What's good, people? We back at it for another week, another episode of You Know What It Is. What's the Word with LJ Mental Podcast? And as always, I'm your host with the most, LJ. Back in here for another week. Another week of still trying to figure out what's going on in the world. Still trying to figure out, piece things together. It's been wild. Me personally, trying to get things together as far as my business, continuing this podcast, working on different things. But life is about balance too. At the end of the day, it's one thing that's real important. Obviously, it's good to work hard and everything. That's important to get things accomplished and reach your goals and everything and your dreams or whatever you're working towards. But you gotta find that balance. Um, whether that means doing something you like, even if that's your job is something you like, mixing it up. Whether that's going to the gym, watching your favorite movie. I don't know, playing video games, spending time with your family. Um, all that stuff is important. Balance is really important. Going on vacation out of town or out the country. And I know people got their stimulus or whatever, and if that stimmy hit, as they saying online, don't can't tell you what to do with your bread because it's your money. But hopefully, y'all ain't just spending it frivolously, spending it all on all the J's, the Jordans, or just spending it for whatever. Like, it's important to maybe you can use that to invest in something. All them companies, why not invest in Nike? Like, instead of spending all your money on Jordans or whatever. Wherever you got, maybe you got to use it to catch up on some bills or whatever. But just be smart. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not telling nobody what to do with their bread. Just give you some ideas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta rise up, and we gotta learn. Maybe you can use the money pay for like a course on something you want to do. Just give you some ideas. You just gotta think differently. I've been struggling with the term "think outside the box" because myself, I don't consider myself ever being in a box. Because I like so many different types of things and try to be different, creative, and everybody's different at the end of the day. Even if it don't seem like it, we all got our own prayers. We all unique in our own ways. I'm not trying to be on no cliche bullshit. I'm just saying we all are different. Um, but yeah. Before I get into my word of the week, I got a few more things I want to get into real quick. Uh, well, I guess it kind of relates to the word of the week, but we can talk about this cancel culture thing and this, like, and I don't know, like, when to be outraged, when to be with the cancel culture. Like, some of this shit is getting ridiculous. I get it. With social media and everything, with the Me Too movement, and obviously Black Lives Matter, and all these other different movements. Amber Rose had her thing, the slut walk. I think that was a movement. I don't know if it still is or not, but I know that was something also. But some of this stuff is getting absolutely ridiculous and getting out of hand. Like, it's crazy. Like, and it seems kind of hypocritical at times. We're supposed to be this society on to view to the world as we're all about equality for everybody, but it seems like we pick and choose who do in the public who we don't like. And sometimes I kind of people that's not like, depending, unless they're absolutely egregious, if they're like a rapist or a child molester, we don't like them. But nobody should like them. But if sometimes though, some people, when there's everybody leaning towards that way, I kind of want to lean the other way. When somebody not liked, I kind of want to lean the other way, just because. Cause some of this shit is getting ridiculous. Like, really, with some of this cancel culture stuff. Like, symbolism is one thing, but what about actual change and making things some systemic change for I'm saying black people, not just people of color, because when you say people of color, black people get lost in that. Like seriously, like when you say people of color, it kind of diminishes black people, and that's not to take away from the Hispanic community, the Asian community, or any other people of color, like the Arabs or Indians, whatever. That's not to diminish them at all. I'm just saying, me as a black man, um, and from America or whatever, ancestry in the deep south, and also from in Africa, uh, like that gets lost when you say people of color. At the end of the day, and I gotta focus on that first, like for real, like just being honest. Uh, but it's all this shit is getting crazy, like as far as this cancel culture stuff. And what I'm referring to right now is a cartoon character, Pepe Le Pew. I guess is not gonna be in a Space Jam sequel. They trying to get rid of all forms of Pepe Le Pew. Um, I mean, guess because he promotes rape culture. I remember when I was a little kid, I always thought it was funny. I've never really heard any kids or any adults even talking about that as rape culture. I guess because he was always depicted in the cartoons kissing looks like what appears to be a female cat that looked like a skunk or whatever female skunk was around. You always basically imposed his will, always trying to kiss her. He's like, kiss, and he's speaking the French accent or whatever. But I mean, it's kind of when it gets to that point, it's kind of hypocritical. When you promote, not to diss anybody, but you got the Grammy performance by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. I actually like that song. I like the video. I think the video is very creative. And it promotes sexy, like sex sells. It's been for years. Why? I don't get why people are harping so much on that, but it's kind of hypocritical to cancel a cartoon character, but okay, that at the Grammys, like, okay, which is supposed to be a family show, right? I don't know, man. This shit is getting out of hand, man. And even with all this symbolism shit, they removed the woman from that butter package, Orlando Lakes or whatever. They removed the woman because that promoted racism, I guess. They removed Aunt Jemima from the syrup or whatever. See, that's just symbolism. That's not creating real change, though. Like, all this symbolism shit, like, that's not real change. Like, what about putting systems in place to give black people real positions of power? Unlike, we like the only people in this country that get left behind for years, and this still happens. Just because you see a few black entertainers or see a black president, that doesn't mean we still not in these impoverished neighborhoods and shit's still not going on, and we still getting looked at as second-rate citizens. That's still happening. We're starting to see some change now, but I mean, I guess they figured that's a start. But I mean, it's real hypocritical when you like really get rid of Pepe Le Pew. Like, I don't get it. I mean, all these movements supposed to be so-called this and that, but and you talk about, and I'm not trying to discredit being Megan Thee Stallion, because like I said, I like WAP. I think that, I mean, who don't? If you a straight man, who don't like not just the song, but if you a straight man, you definitely enjoy some WAP. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Some of this shit is getting out of hand, ridiculous, and I try not to feed into this shit online too much. I mean, it's really getting out of hand. We just gotta be real about shit, man. I don't like to be in term. I honestly like being politically incorrect sometimes, because I mean, being this politically correct shit, saying what everybody wants you to say is ridiculous. I mean, I don't, like, for real. Like, you can't worry about it. Like, just be true to yourself. Like, at the end of the day, some stuff does call for everybody to come to attention and come together, but stuff like that, when you cancel, and also the Dr. Seuss thing, they canceled that. Like, I guess it was, honestly, I didn't know Dr. Seuss was racist. I had no idea. I'd never heard anybody mention Dr. Seuss being racist until recently. Then again, I only read probably 2 books. The most one I remember is The Green Eggs and Ham. That's the number 1 book I read. from when I was a kid, but I only read like a couple, but I've never heard of Dr. Seuss being racist before. Um, I thought it was interesting that they pointed that out and they're canceling Dr. Seuss. But I mean, if he is racist, fuck him. But I mean, I had no idea. Um, I've never heard anybody like wanting to cancel Dr. Seuss before. Uh, but some stuff, I mean, some things I do miss about the, and not to be one of them cats that oh the old era was better, but some stuff was just better. I mean, like people was just being, I feel like more real. Like there wasn't no politically correct shit around. Like people, and I'm not even just talking about politics. Like people just putting politics in everything. Like now, it's crazy. Like some stuff I don't get, man. Now, let me get into my word of the week. Discipline. The reason is discipline. I think for a couple reasons. I think for one, this pandemic has had caused people to have really some discipline. You've really been forced to have discipline to stay at home and make things happen. And I think a lot of things, if you want to reach a goal for anything, requires discipline. Um, we waited for a long time. Things is opening back up. The malls is opening back up. Now these stores, which I know some people like walking through the mall, window shopping, seeing. I remember the cats in high school, whatever. We sometimes go to the mall just to see what females is there. We didn't really want to buy none. Sometimes they just might go hang out with the food section, see what females is up there, whatever. Um, and but just good though that things opening back up. These businesses been hurting for so long, uh, so it's good. And I don't know if everybody got their stimulus check. But I know a lot of people going shopping. Uh, but gyms is open back up, which is good. Restaurants, at home workout is cool. But I think a lot of people ready to get back in the gym for real. They could fully go in like how they used to. Uh, and I know some areas got this no mask. It's starting to have this no mask mandate now. They starting to relieve it in some of these states, um, which is interesting. Like I'm not sure if it's good or not. Be interested to hear some of the people listening thoughts about that. Like what you think about this no mask mandate. Obviously nobody want to wear these damn masks. And I've even heard some people say they wear masks for the rest of their life, no matter what. Um, I mean, I don't plan to. I mean, out of respect for everybody else, I'll still wear it if I go in the store or something. But I mean, I jog a lot. It's hard for me. I don't wear it jogging honestly because it's hard for me to breathe if I'm like huffing and puffing. I'm jogging down the street or whatever. That just makes it worse. I mean, I'll put it on if there's a lot of people around. I keep the shit with me, but uh, if I'm out jogging or something, I'm not gonna wear it for the most part. Unless it's like a big ass group of people I run into, then I might put it on for a second. But it's interesting. I'm not even sure if these masks really gonna help at the end of the day, because especially if you don't have the right one, the N95, which I don't hardly ever. I don't see anybody wearing the N95 anymore. I saw it like maybe a few people wearing them when pandemic first hit, but I don't really see nobody wearing those. Uh, and that's supposed to be, I guess, the one that protects people, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean it's good that these things is opening back up, but is it safe yet? I mean at the end of the day, how the hell do you know when this shit is safe? I mean, I guess you gotta take the steps, to get things back on track. And if you look at the history of this 100 years ago, the Spanish flu, and that was a major pandemic, they got through it. I think it lasted a few years, and economy was thriving again. So, I mean, this isn't. I mean, this is new to basically everybody living today. Uh, Everybody living today, but those 100 years ago, world population dealt with a pandemic and was able to get through it. It wasn't the end of the world. I mean, me personally, I believe the end of the world is gonna come one day. I don't believe it's anytime soon, and nobody really knows. But I don't think this pandemic is the end of the world. I don't. Uh, and do we really know if this damn virus is airborne? Like they still there's been so many seems like, and I know there's new information that come out, especially with news, something new to the public, research, scientists, doctors, whatever. So there's gonna be probably some missteps where you say, oh, it's one thing and there's really something else because that's one thing I do understand. You can't just panic when a doctor or scientist says something like one day and it says something different the next day. I mean, because we really don't know because they trying to figure this shit out too, just like everybody else. So I don't know, but I mean it's good to see shit opening back up. I think it seemed like I don't know if the entire state of Georgia, but definitely Atlanta's been real hot spot as far as like it seemed like they never really shut down. Like a lot of shit been open. You know, the state of Texas has lifted their mask mandate. Uh, a few others in the South as well. I know Texas is one of the major ones. Uh, and I know in California, where I am, there's still a mask mandate. One of the more cautious states as far as that. But I know they're opening up amusement parks at a limited capacity starting April 1st, which is cool which is pretty dope that they doing that. But yeah, a lot of this stuff been required discipline. The reason why I say that is because we've had to wait and wait and wait for a while, um, and not go crazy. Um, and some people have gone crazy, and some people lost their lives unfortunately during this time. Some people seem like the suicide rate went up, which is very unfortunate. It's sad. Um, but yeah, this time has required a lot of discipline. And I've been really thinking about that. Like all this stuff opening back up, people where they crowd in stores, whatever. Yeah, this time has required a lot of discipline. And if you think about that, you apply that same energy that you literally had to have during this pandemic to something you love and enjoy. You could get shit done. You know, which requires a lot of discipline. Whether that's writing a book, which requires a lot of discipline, uh, writing a movie script, or pursuing a music career, or starting your own like salon hair business, or barber studio, like whatever it is, whatever it is you're doing to help the community, practice law, like become a doctor, all those great professions require discipline, you know. Uh, but at the end of the day, you gotta get through it, and you gotta create your own path, create your own mark too. Encourage everybody to create your own path. What you want to do? What's this thing? Somebody told me a few weeks ago. They asked me like, what's that thing that keeps itching at you that you can't get rid of? You know. You gotta run with that at the end of the day. It may not be one particular thing, maybe a few things. But you gotta find that with it, whatever it is. And being real about that, like you gotta find whatever it is and go with that. Whether you wanna be a technician, a mechanic, a plumber, whether you wanna like I said, practice your own any type of business. Maybe you want to open a restaurant. Maybe you good cook and you feel like you can do some catering. Like who knows? Like all these things require discipline. If you really stick with it, be successful, it requires discipline. And that's the most important thing. Like can't give up on people telling you something because you can't nobody be inside your head but you. The people may think like they know what's going on and give you some bad or good advice, whatever it is, but it's at the end of the day, me personally, I suggest talking to God first because God can be in your head. But other than God, it's really up to you to really get it together and be like, hey, we gotta we gotta make this work. Don't listen to no negativity. Um, and keep it pushing, keep it moving. Um, yeah, what do you want to do the most? What do you love to do? You know, uh, and apply some of that. And I suggest too, like getting into the stock market. I don't claim to know everything about stock market. I'm still learning my damn self, but I think cryptocurrency is real big right now. Um, and also with stock market. And I think the easy way, which I heard somebody suggest also, is to start investing in companies you like. Like for example, I know a lot of people that are sneakerheads. Like if you into like all these J's or whatever, like Yeezys or whatever, why not put some of that in the stock market and really get some money back from it? All that bread you spend on them Yeezys and them J's and them new Air Maxes or whatever, all that bread you spending on that, like you could be making some of that back. Why not have ownership in them companies? You know, I think Adidas is with Adidas, so why not have some Adidas stock? J's, why not get some Nike stock? You know, or whatever shoes company you wear. Uh, but like, why not? That's a good start. I suggest that. Um, and then you can also do some little research yourself on what's good on these different cryptocurrencies. That's what I've been doing. So I would suggest that to everybody to do that. Why not have some ownership of some stuff? I mean, everybody's not built to lead. I mean, that's just real. Everybody's just not built to something, but you can still have ownership in something like all these companies you love. I remember hearing a story about a white man telling about how he learned from an early age, I think 7 years old, how he liked McDonald's or whatever a lot and some other food places. And his parents say, why not get some stock? He started teaching him at an early age. Why not invest in that? And he got him some stock in McDonald's. Um, Ended up making some really good money later on in life from that, along with some other endeavors also. But that's a good start. I know a lot of us in the black community not taught that from early age, and that's not our fault. Like, not to blame nobody or nothing. It's just a lot of stuff they don't teach us in the black community. A lot we don't know, but we learn a lot of that now, and some of us have. And but we all gotta get it together and have discipline. That's important. Before I get up out of here, last thing I want to touch on. These Grammys just happened over the weekend, and my boy Nas finally got a Grammy. Now, when you really look at it, I'm starting to wonder: is they really looking at it like, is this a lifetime achievement award? Because they do that for artists they feel sorry for, and be like, you know what, all right, we'll give you a Lifetime Achievement Award. That's basically what it kind of felt like, even though this Nas had deserved Grammys for many years now. It's crazy that he never got one before. He won this year Best Rap Album, and I think he should have. I think he had the best album out of the group. The J Electronica Jay-Z album was good. That was listed in there, was pretty good. Freddie Gibbs album was good. I didn't hear Royce da 5'9" and D Smoke's album, but I'm actually surprised 21 Savage and Big Sean wasn't in that list. Like, Detroit 2 was a dope album, and 21 Savage to me is one of my top 3 favorite albums in 2020. Like, 21 Savage Metro Boomin album, that album was really dope. Like, I will still put Nas over that, but 21 Savage album was up there. Like, I'm surprised those albums didn't make it in there. But yeah, I mean, I think there's still some issues with the Grammys. I think there's just too many white people in the room. Honestly, I just don't know what the hell they talking about or what they doing. I know the culture. The same. I've been saying this too. Like, it's a reason. Like, a lot of black artists are boycotting the Grammys, and for good reason, I think. Same with the Oscars too. I mean, the culturally clueless white folks that don't know what the hell they talking about. Um, had these people win. Not to say that they're not good, but not better than who these black people that should have won. Um, I mean, I heard Lil Wayne, on Twitter said "fuck the Grammys." Uh, I know some artists for years. I mean, I know it was an infamous year where Macklemore won Album of the Year over Kendrick Lamar. A lot of people feel like Kendrick should have won, which I agree. Um, and even this year, and it's starting to, even this year, Billie Eilish even acknowledged she was embarrassed to even accept it because she felt like Megan Thee Stallion should have won Record of the Year. Um, and that tells me like, damn, even some of these white artists are starting to pay attention now. Like, damn, these black artists have been done wrong for many years now. Like we starting to realize that. Which is true. Like, I mean, it's crazy that I mean, some wrongs have been right. Like, I think they got it right this year with Nas finally, but there's still a lot of wrong they've done over the years. It's dope that Beyonce won or is tied for the record of most Grammys by a female artist. That's pretty dope. Uh, Jay-Z won another Grammy. But yes, it's interesting. I mean, the Grammys, these award shows, I think they've been getting it wrong for many years. I mean, there's only been 10, I think, black artists that has won album of the year, and I think only a few won record of the year. I think Lauryn Hill won both. I think it was album of the year. Lauryn Hill won album of the year for Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Uh, but yeah, they've been doing this wrong for a long time, and for good reason. They boycotting the Grammys, but some they getting right now. I think a lot they still getting very wrong. But yeah, it's a wild time, but I think the key word, like I said, I want to acknowledge this week is having discipline. Whatever you do, gotta have that word, that quote, patience is a virtue. That's a real thing. And as I get older, I'm starting to really understand that more and more. Um, this shit requires a little effort, and if you in it, you gotta be in it for the long haul. Just like Nipsey said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. That's why he emphasized the marathon, because that's exactly what this shit is. Rome wasn't built in a day. All that type of shit. Like this, yeah. This is something that takes time. Greatness takes time. And if you really want to be great at something, whatever it is, you gotta have that discipline. So that's gonna be it for me this week. As always, this has been an episode of What's the World at Your Mental Podcast. Everybody stay safe. I'm out.